Imagine a small town gripped by terror when a brutal crime shakes its core. The police quickly zero in on a prime suspect, someone everyone knows and trusts, but as the investigation unfolds, strange and unsettling details begin to emerge. What seemed like a clear-cut case turns into something much darker and more complex. This is the premise of Stephen King's The Outsider, a thrilling novel that blends crime, horror, and the supernatural in a way only King can do. At the heart of The Outsider is the gruesome murder of an 11-year-old boy in the small town of Flint City. Terry Maitland, a well-liked local teacher and Little League coach, is arrested after being caught at the scene, covered in the boy's blood. The evidence is damning. Fingerprints, eyewitnesses, and forensic reports all point to Terry. But as Detective Ralph Anderson digs deeper, things don't add up. Terry has an airtight alibi. He was miles away, giving a public speech at the time of the murder. So how could he have been at the crime scene and also somewhere else at the same time? As Ralph and the police team struggle to understand this bizarre puzzle, the investigation takes an unexpected turn into the realm of the supernatural. Stephen King masterfully sets the stage with his signature blend of vivid characterizations and eerie atmosphere. The story explores the nature of good and evil, trust, and the terrifying question of how easily a person's life can be destroyed by events beyond their control. What's particularly striking about The Outsider is how it explores the complexity of human nature through its characters. The main focus is on Detective Ralph Anderson, who's tough and methodical, but also deeply human. He's grieving the death of his own son and is determined to see justice done, but as the investigation unfolds, he begins to question his own beliefs and assumptions. His internal struggle, paired with his evolving relationship with the other characters, adds a deep, emotional layer to the narrative. Another key character is Holly Gibney, a recurring character in King's work, who brings her own set of skills and a refreshing perspective to the investigation. Holly is a bit of an outsider herself, an eccentric woman with a unique understanding of the world. She's skeptical of everything and everyone, which makes her an invaluable asset in the investigation, especially as it veers into more supernatural territory. Her role highlights the novel's theme of identity and belonging, as she too grapples with the question of what it means to be on the outside of a community, both literally and figuratively. As the investigation progresses, King introduces a supernatural element that sets The Outsider apart from a typical crime thriller. The novel ventures into the realm of shape-shifting creatures and an ancient, malevolent force that can take on the guise of anyone it chooses. This adds a chilling supernatural layer to the story that brings King's signature horror into the fold. The juxtaposition of a real-world murder investigation with the idea of an unknowable evil lurking just beneath the surface of the town is what makes the novel so compelling. King's exploration of the supernatural also raises questions about belief and the unknown. Throughout the book, characters are forced to confront things they can't understand or explain. The town of Flint City, once a seemingly peaceful and secure place, becomes a place where the line between the natural and the supernatural blurs, leaving everyone on edge. This theme of disbelief, of grappling with what we can't see or understand, is one of the most powerful aspects of the novel. What makes The Outsider so effective is King's ability to make the supernatural elements feel real, grounded, and entirely possible. He doesn't rely on cheap thrills or jump scares. Instead, the horror creeps in slowly, allowing the tension to build as the characters unravel the mysteries of the case. This slow-burn approach keeps readers hooked, making each page turn feel like a new discovery. The novel also raises interesting questions about the justice system and how we judge others. The character of Terry Maitland is a tragic figure. His life is torn apart by accusations that seem impossible to clear. King forces readers to reflect on the assumptions we make about others, based on circumstantial evidence, and how easily a life can be destroyed by a single event. The idea of justice, not just in terms of the law, but also in terms of morality, is woven throughout the story, adding depth to the crime thriller aspect of the book. One of the standout elements of The Outsider is its pacing. The tension builds in a way that keeps readers on edge without feeling rushed. King does an excellent job of balancing the crime investigation with the introduction of supernatural elements, never allowing one to overpower the other. The shift from a straightforward murder mystery to a more surreal, terrifying narrative is seamless, and the way King blends genres is one of the reasons why The Outsider stands out as one of his strongest works in recent years. In terms of flaws, some readers may feel that the supernatural elements can be a bit too far-fetched or unbelievable. However, this is where King's skill as a storyteller comes into play. He makes you believe in the unbelievable. By grounding the supernatural in well-developed characters and a real-world setting, he creates a world where anything seems possible, and that's what makes the horror so effective. In conclusion, The Outsider is a compelling, dark, and thought-provoking novel that will keep you hooked from start to finish. With its deep character development, eerie atmosphere, and expertly woven supernatural elements, it's a book that doesn't just entertain, it makes you think. Stephen King once again proves his mastery of horror, blending crime and the supernatural to explore the darkest corners of human nature. So what did you think of The Outsider? Did the supernatural elements work for you, or did you prefer the murder mystery? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more book reviews and exciting content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy reading.